So as we look at what's taking place right now in the economy, people are out here complaining. They're out here complaining about all this stimulus that they're giving to the people. But this is a very easy, solution to this. You know, if the stimulus, giving out the stimulus to people is so bad, why not just, take us back to a economy based off of money? They act like, that the American people ask for all of this. They want American people to believe that they are the cause of their own misfortune, this plantation that they have created, enslaving people off of debt. You know what I'm saying? This economy is a debt-based economy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to give people money, if you have so much problem, you know what I'm saying, giving people stimulus, then you should just take people back to an economy based off of money, which is constitutional. This nonsense which they're running here is unconstitutional. You know what I'm saying? This debt-based economy is unconstitutional. The founding fathers was against this abomination which they have created. They're out here created this debt-based economy, destroying this economy, looting this economy. That's basically what they're doing. They're looting America. We in the midst of a pandemic, and yet these assholes are richer than ever. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many billionaires was created in the midst of this pandemic? You have any idea how many millionaires were created in the midst of this pandemic? They looting this country. They looting this country just as much as their forefather has been looting America from the moment that the Spanish arrived here in the 15th century. They've been looting America. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed really under the sun. They still looting this land. Many Americans don't know that the reason why they are out here busting their ass for 10 years, 20 years, and they cannot afford to buy a house. They're spending 10 years to buy a house, 5 years just paying car note, is because the dollar don't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you living from paycheck to paycheck is because the dollar don't worth shit. It's because the dollar have lost 90% of its value, and that's to be expected because it's a debt-based economy. In a debt-based economy, the value of money don't go up; it goes down. It inflate because it's not an economy based off of money. It's an economy based off of debt. And people be coming here, oh look, they're giving too much stimulus. We're creating all this debt. How can you complain about debt in a debt-based economy? American economy, Western economy is a debt-based economy. It's not an economy based off of money. If it was an economy based off of money, people wouldn't be living from paycheck to paycheck. People wouldn't need stimulus check. It wouldn't take American 10 years, 20 years to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have so many Americans needing jobs to live. You wouldn't have so many Americans living on government assistance. You know what I'm saying? The reason why so many are living on government assistance is because, we're living in a paycheck to paycheck economy. In the 17th century, prior to these central banks being created, this country had no debt. The debt of America was irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? There was enough money to pay off even the small amount of debt that they had. Really, the debt of this country was irrelevant. They almost literally, around the 18th century, had no debt at all. Because it was an economy based off of money. The economy was based off of money. It was based off gold and silver. But as soon as the central bank came into an existence, and they established a debt-based economy, you know what I'm saying? We've been piling up all this debt. The dollar have inflated more than 90% of its value. People been living from paycheck to paycheck. But if you go back to the time of the founding fathers, nobody was living from paycheck to paycheck in America. Nobody was living from paycheck to paycheck. You know, it was easy to be rich. It was easy to acquire wealth. Even now you see all this credit system which they have created. The banks have created a system of credit. In order for you to get a loan to buy a house, to buy a car, to get money to do anything, so you need to have a good credit. These credit are just, excuse that they have created where they can deny you loan and not be marked as racist. It's just another tool of white supremacy to not give loan to minority so they can be economic threat to them. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody in this country, if they had good intention with these credit, everybody would have started off on a good credit. No one start off on a good credit. Everybody start off on a bad credit. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? White people can get money and fix their credit. And they can still get loan, regardless if they have good credit or bad credit. A lot of you people don't even know that the type of social security card that black people have and the type of social security card that white people have is not the same. So automatically when you give your social security number to these bankers, they know they don't even need you to tell them that you're black or white, because your social security numbers already tell them. You know what I'm saying? It already identify who's black and who's white, because they have made it different. The social security for black people is completely different from the social security of white people. You know what I'm saying? So all of this, there's enough wealth in America to give every household in America $1 million and still have enough for the next 1,000 generations to come. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why you need 90 million American on unemployment assistance. This is ridiculous. This just goes to show you truly how corrupt this country. This is like God showing the nakedness of America to the world. Their corruption. You know what I'm saying? How do you have 1% in this country that control the entire wealth? 1% of American control the entire wealth of America. You know what I'm saying? 90% of the entire wealth of this country is controlled by 1%. And then they want to come here complaining, oh, we're giving too much stimulus to people. Oh, even when you look at these PPP scams, they come here and say, oh, look, people are scamming. It's just an scapegoat. All these PPP scam is an scapegoat for them to truly hide their corruptions. Because look at it, they have millions of people, millions of businesses they didn't even, legitimate business, they didn't even get funding for the PPP. They're just sitting there. Look at how they're running the EDL. You know what I'm saying? They got all these millions of people. They refused literally to give the $10,000 that they promised to the small business. Millions of them didn't even get the money. And then they wonder on top of that, why aren't people going back to work? How the hell is people going to go back to work when these businesses don't have no money? They can't even afford to pay people. They can't afford to raise the wages because they don't have the money, and business is not as prosperous as it was before the pandemic. And on top of that, they, you know what I'm saying, they're not getting the loan. They're not getting the money. Majority of the people who are getting these PPP are these large businesses, these white corporations, you know what I'm saying? And they're using these, oh, people are scamming the PPP. They out here arresting blacks and Hispanics. They're using them as an scapegoat to hide the corruption of the lending institution and the banking institution. They're highly corrupt. And on top of that, you clearly see their corruption. They're out here talking about that they run out of that the PPP ran out of money. Like, how the hell can the PPP run out of money? The government gave you almost close to $1 trillion. Gave a federal bank almost close to $1 trillion, and these assholes are coming here telling us that they ran out of money. As if we don't know how these banking institutions work. If a government gave a federal institutional bank, SBA, more than closer to $1 trillion to give loans to people, it's almost like they gave them literally you know what I'm saying, 7 to 8 trillions. Because every time, if you give like 100 billion to a bank, is the banks double that. They double it 10 times, and it's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying, by the Federal Reserve, because it's a debt-based economy. You know what I'm saying? It's an economy that's based off of debt. You know what I'm saying? It's not an economy based off of money. You know what I'm saying? So if you gave a bank 100 billion, it's almost like you gave him 10. It's almost like you gave him $1 trillion, because the bank is gonna double that money 10 times in forms of loan. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lend out more than they have. These banks have the ability to lend out more than they have because these power are given to them by the Federal Reserve. There's no way in hell that the PPP should have ran out of money. But this is all a scam to get more money by these bankers, to get more money out of the government. You know what I'm saying? They right now they scamming the government. You know what I'm saying? Because they shouldn't run out of money. Huh? Because that's not how the banking institution work. You know what I'm saying? They have leverage. They have the ability to double, you know what I'm saying, that debt which the government gave them. Because to be honest with you, it's all debt. All these stimulus that they're creating is debt. Is debt that they're giving to. They're not giving people money. It's pretty much the debt. People will have to pay all of this money back in high taxes. You know what I'm saying? So on and on. You paying it back. They're gonna tax the people. All of these money is being taxed. People are going to pay all of this money back. You know what I'm saying? So right now, people be happy about all these stimulus, but in reality, it is debt that they're giving to people. See, they have no interest at all in trying to fix this economy, because basically what's going on here is looting. Is the looting of America that's taking place right now. If these assholes had interest in trying to fix the economy, the talk wouldn't have been stimulus. The talk would have been, okay, we're gonna change, we're gonna reset this economy. We're gonna move away from this debt-based economy, because we clearly we have 90 million Americans who are unemployed, and we have all these small businesses going out of business, and these a lot of these companies cannot afford to pay people because the wages is too low, the inflation is too high. You know, everything is expensive. The house is expensive. Food prices is going up, and people are not making enough money to live. People are not making enough money to live. The American people are stressed out. It's been reported that Americans are the most stressed out worker in the world. The way we are stressing out, even they not stressing out like that in Africa. Africans are not stressing out like that. You know what I'm saying? The way Americans are stressed out, they not stressing out like that, because they don't have the kind of bill, you know what I'm saying, everything. You got health insurance, car insurance, house insurance. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your mortgages, you gotta pay your electric bill. These assholes are so corrupt in America that they even charging Americans for water. You know, you got people with house, they have to pay for water. Like, this is the highest order of corruption. Like, they so fucking corrupt that they are even charging people for water. You know what I'm saying? Huh? And people will say, well, you know, these water companies, they have people, you know what I'm saying, they have to pay the people. It's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We living in the 21st, we have all of these technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of this money that people are paying, people who own houses are paying for water. It's just ridiculous. Even energy. Like, we live in an age where energy, nobody should be paying thousands of dollars for electricities. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who own houses, you know what I'm saying, they're out here paying 200, 400 per month for gas, and it's all ridiculous. Yeah, this is why Americans are struggling. All of this nonsense, you know what I'm saying, all this extra charges, charging people for life insurance, health insurance, gas, electricities, all this high paying of rent, you know what I'm saying, mortgages, and people are not even making that kind of money. Huh? When you have a greedy society, huh? Because if you look at it under the law of God, God said that it is a crime, it's an abomination to charge people for anything that doesn't have high significance of labor. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Literally, you know, all of these technology which they're suppressing, like people can have static electricities in their house. People can build dielectric generators, huh? And have solar panels, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they make it difficult for people to be energy sufficient, where they won't even need these big companies to supply them with energies. You know what I'm saying? And make up excuses with all of these, you know what I'm saying, water. Like, what are people paying taxes for? You know what I'm saying? Like, they can sufficiently supply people water. I mean, we have people in this country that have invented a technology that can turn air into water. Literally. People have invented technology. You have a black man named Musa that has invented a technology that can turn air into water. You know what I'm saying? Huh? And on top of that, all these money that people pay into, all these taxes that people pay, there's no reason why that anybody in America should be paying for water. Huh? Nobody should even be paying for electricities. Huh? Y'all want to talk down and say, oh, America is so great. But do you know that when the Spanish came here in the 15th century, when the Mayan, the Aztec, and the Olmec were running America, do you realize that electricity was free, that all the cities of the Mayans were powered by electricity? This is reported by the Spanish. They literally said that they saw the Mayan having a metal rod in the Amazon jungle, and they were accumulating electrical energy, and they were powering their cities. You know what I'm saying? They were powering their cities. They said they had artificial light in all of their cities that lit the streets in the cities, in the homes of the Aztec and the Mayan and so on. You know what I'm saying? They said these people were using electrical energies, that their cities were powered by electrical energies. Huh? These were reported by the Spanish and the English. Even these pyramids that you see today are still emanating electrical energy to this day. And we know the science that's behind all these pyramids that the Mayans built. All of these pyramids that we see were dielectrics. They were all dielectric. You know what I'm saying? We see the structure is a dielectric structure. And these pyramids were naturally producing energies. We know that the Spanish have not lied because we have all the historical artifacts to prove what they said to be 100% true. Electricity is as old as man. They want us to believe that people were using electricity, you know what I'm saying, around the first electric cities were built around the 19th century, or somewhere towards the end of the 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century. It's all lies. It's all lies. They want you to believe that it's a luxury to live with electricity. It's not a luxury to live with electricity. Electricity is as old as man. Adam and Eve had electric light in their cave, which is in the book of Adam and Eve. It is called the Cave of Treasure. And it said that the angel brought from heaven a golden rod that emanated light, that gave light inside the cave where Adam and Eve was. You know what I'm saying? God gave Adam and Eve electric light in the cave, known as the Cave of Treasure. Man has always been living with electricities. They will never tell you that the city of Babylon was a hydraulic city. They will never tell you that the city of Memphis that the Egyptian built was a dielectric city. That the city of Thebes in Egypt was a dielectric city. That even the city what we call Zimbabwe, Great Zimbabwe, is a dielectric city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hydraulic. Those two walls that you see in Great Zimbabwe, they had water flowing between the wall. You know what I'm saying? Water used to flow between it. Those two cylinders which you see within the city is where they were fluctuating the electrical energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why Cecil Rhodes destroyed the city structure. He destroyed it when he discovered and wrote a letter to his people in Europe. He wrote a letter to the vampire class telling them that he said, listen here, when our ancestors were in cave painting themselves blue, these niggas were here building hydraulic cities. You know, Cecil Rhodes discovered that Great Zimbabwe was a hydraulic city. And he destroyed the city to make it look like a primitive African settlement, African city. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, it was a hydraulic city. They didn't want people to know that. You know what I'm saying? Huh? People in the ancient time were not paying for electricity. Why are we paying for electricities? Huh? Nobody in the ancient time was paying for water unless water was running out in the kingdom or whatever. They were scared of drought. Unless that, nobody in the ancient time was even paying for water. But in this 21st century, where we like to think that we live better than the ancient people, we are paying for electricity, people are paying for waters, and people are highly stressed out. And they're not even making that money like that. The dollar is highly inflated. Huh? The dollar has lost 90% of its value. It doesn't even worth nothing. The dollar don't worth shit. This is reality. You know what I'm saying? This is why all of these stimulus is needed. They're paying people not to retaliate. They're paying to control society. You know what I'm saying? To prevent people from rebelling. That's truly what's going on. Huh? While they on the side looting and continue to loot this country and create this delusion that they actually have an interest in trying to fix this economy when they don't have no interest at all in trying to fix it. Because if they had an interest in trying to fix the economy of America, we wouldn't be having stimulus talk, but we will be having true economic talk where they will be, okay, we're not going to operate on a debt-based economy no more. We're going to go back to an economy based off of money. We're going to make gold and silver money. And we're going to create new crypto system, digital system that's going to be backed by these gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? If they had created such system and gave people loan and gave everybody like a system of credit card and funded money, business credit card, gave people a business credit card, gave every individual American who's struggling a credit card, and through these cards, you know what I'm saying, fund people, you know what I'm saying, these digital money through these cards, we can quickly fix the economy. You know what I'm saying? If we return right now to an economy based off of money, we can literally inflate the entire national debt of America. You know what I'm saying? We can literally inflate the entire national debt. Not only can we inflate the entire national debt, we would need all these program assisting, all these stimulus. We wouldn't need none of that. Huh? We would be, they would be able to fully be able to fund a lot of these businesses. You know what I'm saying? They can just give all these businesses business credit card and just be loading money on those cards. You know what I'm saying? These businesses will be able to raise wages and you know what I'm saying, and completely fix a lot of the problem which they're struggling with. You know what I'm saying? But these people don't have no intention in truly trying to fix this economy because it's a straight looting. It's straight looting. They looting America. You know what I'm saying? All they doing is looting this economy. That's what's going on. All they doing right now is looting the economy. You know, they're looting America. They have no interest in trying to fix this economy. You know, there's no real economic talks that's taking place right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, they distracting people with all these stimulus, all this money here and there, while they're busy looting the economy. And this will continue until it actually popped in their face. Until it's actually exploded in their face. There's enough wealth in this country. There's enough technology in this country for, for us to get rid of this plantation system. You know what I'm saying? All of these technology that's been invented, like you don't really need all these people in the workforce to begin with. You got all these sophisticated machines and robots that can do a lot of the tasks. You know what I'm saying? Like you got almost like 90 or 80 million people who need jobs in this country just to survive. You know what I'm saying? 90 million American, these people, you got all these millions of people on eviction notice. People who's been busting their ass 10, 20 years, they can't even afford to buy a house for themselves and their family. And then you wonder why people are not going back to work. What is the purpose of them going back to that $20 an hour, that $14 an hour, if they've been doing that for the past 10 years and they haven't even been able to make enough money to save enough money to be able to buy a house? What is the purpose of that job if I can't even give full security to my family? So I'm just wasting my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of Americans have realized. You know what I'm saying? And now this is completely causing problem because now the plantation is collapsing. The plantation is collapsing. They have literally started a fire which they're not going to be able to put out. Because they think that they think that this thing is going to be business as usual. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rob people. We're going to loot the economy. And then we're going to, come back again like we always do. And things are going to recover and shit like that. Well, it's not business as usual because people are getting smarter. You know what I'm saying? People are getting smarter and they're doing too much looting. Yeah. If we go back to a system based off of money, a single year of hard work can buy you your house, can buy you your dream car. You don't have to be on debt. You don't have to keep paying, all this damn car note. And, that's because we are operating on a debt-based economy and money don't worth shit. That's why you need to work. You got to sweat more for that money. But if we were operating, for instance, on a economy based off of money, right now, if America declare, okay, gold will be the global currency reserve in the world, the value of gold will literally skyrocket. Gold will literally go from $2,000, $1,000 that is trading right now per troy ounce. It will go like to 50,000 per troy ounce. And within a week, gold will literally hit $1 million per troy ounce. You know what I'm saying? $1 million per troy ounce. If this happened, which is guaranteed to happen, because gold is the most valuable commodity on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Gold, they rigging the market of gold through all these derivative markets. But if we go on a gold standard, you know what I'm saying? All of these derivative contract, these fake contracts that they're using to rig the market of silver and gold is going to collapse. All of these banks and all these industries will be forced to show what they got. Because we're not going to be trading at paper contract. We're going to be trading off of, physical metals. If this happened overnight, you see like the poorest country in the world, like India, for instance. Overnight, India will be the richest nation in the world. Overnight, Africa will be the richest continent in the world. You know what I'm saying? Poverty will be eliminated. Huh? Poverty will dramatically be eliminated. You know what I'm saying? People are going to start building many different types of sophisticated businesses. You know what I'm saying? People are going to start investing money in technology. There's gonna be so much prosperity. There's gonna be so much prosperity. And you people, nobody's gonna be living from paycheck to paycheck no more. Because as times goes, the value of the money is not gonna be inflating. It's gonna keep going up. So the government don't need to keep printing money because the value of money is going up. Under an economy based off money, there's no the value of money does not inflate. It just keep going up. You know what I'm saying? The value of that gold will continue to rise. Huh? So as times goes on, you know what I'm saying? The 50,000 that you have in a year could worth $1 million. Not only will they have $1 million spending power, if you have $1 million in your account, in the next 1 to 2 years, that $1 million will have the spending power of 10 million, 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So as time goes, your money value does not inflate, it continues to goes up. You know what I'm saying? People will be working less, people will be making more money, and there will be less struggle and less relying on the government, and people will have more power than the government. See, this is what they don't want, because they know if we're operating on an economy based off of money, people will have more power than the government, and you won't have 1% of the population hoarding all the wealth of the nation. I mean, so when you look at all of this, is nothing but a scam that's taking place. You know, this is not serious. All of this economy, this this looting that's taking place right now in America. You know, they just looting America. These people have no interest in trying to fix this. They are losing control. Things is getting worse. You know, the plantation is collapsing. You know, these people are biting more than they can chew, and it's you know, that their looting is backfiring on them. Is literally systematically backfiring on them. You know, and unless America stop operating on a debt-based economy and return to an economy based off of money, this thing is going to continue to get worse.